Have you ever been in a meeting, maybe explaining something that feels just so incredibly obvious, only to get nothing but blank stares? And you start thinking to yourself, am I the only sane one here? Well, guess what? You're not alone. So today, we're going to dive into a really simple but honestly a powerful framework from Thomas Erikson that might just change how you see, well, everyone. You know, this exact thought is what started this whole thing. The author, Erikson, he's in this super high stakes meeting trying to get a crucial point across. And it's just crickets. Nobody is getting it. That feeling of frustration, that feeling that you're just speaking a completely different language from everyone else, that's exactly where we're starting from today. And that really brings us to the core question, doesn't it? What if those people you find so impossible aren't actually idiots at all? What if all that frustration, all that miscommunication has nothing to do with intelligence, but with something way, way simpler? What if it's just a mix-up in styles that we can actually decode using 4 simple colors?
And here it is. This is the heart of the whole system. It basically boils down all of our complex behaviors into 4 archetypes that are super easy to remember. Now look, nobody is just one color, right? We're all a mix. But most of us have one that's way more dominant, and it shapes pretty much everything: how we think, how we act, how we talk. And I'm telling you, once you see this code, you can't unsee it. All right, first up, we have the reds. These are your drivers, your alphas, the people who are just naturally fast-paced, decisive, and frankly allergic to waiting around. They care about one thing: the bottom line and getting the goal. Think of someone like Elon Musk, a classic red. He's all about execution, pushing forward, and he's not going to waste a single second on small talk. Then you've got the yellows. These are the optimists, the social butterflies, the creative big idea people. They just thrive on talking to people, brainstorming new things, and maybe being the center of attention. They're the ones who bring all the energy into the room and can get anyone excited about pretty much anything. They make work feel like fun. Next up are the greens. The greens. They are the absolute glue that holds teams and families together. They are calm, super loyal, incredibly supportive, and they truly hate conflict. They're amazing listeners, and they value stability and good relationships more than anything else. They're the reliable teammate you can always, always count on. And finally, we have the blues. Blues are the perfectionists, the analysts. They are the people who need facts, data, and logic to function. They're incredibly precise, detail-oriented, and they believe in being prepared. Before a blue makes a decision, trust me, they need all the information. Because for them, getting it wrong, that's just not an option. Okay, now for the really fun part. Before we can start figuring other people out, we gotta look in the mirror first. So as we go through these next couple of slides, I want you to be really honest with yourself. Which one of these just sounds like you, like your default setting? Maybe even make a mental note of which points really hit home. Let's see where you fit.
So what do you think? Does this sound like you? Do you just naturally take charge? Do you get super impatient when people are just rambling on and on? If you're nodding along right now, you probably lead with red. Your greatest strength is getting things done, no question. The challenge? Learning to have just a little bit of patience with those who don't move at your lightning speed. How about this one? Are you the person who just lights up a room? Do you have a million ideas before breakfast and just love spitballing with other people? If that's you, you are likely a yellow. Your superpower is that infectious energy for sure. But your kryptonite? It might be following through on all the little details after that first wave of excitement is gone.
Or does this resonate a bit more? Are you the person everyone goes to for support, for a listening ear? Do you feel like physically uncomfortable when people are arguing? Do you just want a calm, predictable world? You're probably a green. Your kindness is a massive strength, but the hard part is learning to say no and maybe putting your own needs first for a change.
Or is this you? Do you live by spreadsheets and research? Do you absolutely need to understand every single detail before you can commit to something? If you feel a wave of anxiety when a plan is vague or a decision is based on a gut feeling, you are almost certainly a blue. Your analytical mind is a gift, but just remember, not every problem in life has a perfectly logical answer.
Okay. So figuring out your own color is step 1. But step 2, this is maybe the most important part. It's understanding why you clash with other people. And here's the secret. It's not because they are actively trying to annoy you. It's because you're both speaking completely different languages. And the best part? These conflicts are so predictable, which means they are totally manageable. And look at this. This is where it all goes wrong. We judge everyone else based on our own values. A superfast red looks at a thoughtful green and just sees someone who's slow. A detail-obsessed blue looks at a big picture yellow and sees someone who's flaky. A conflict-hating green sees a direct red as just aggressive and scary. It's a totally natural but totally wrong cycle of misunderstanding.
All right, so how do we fix it? The goal is absolutely not to change your color or to fake a new personality. It's about becoming multilingual. It's about learning just enough of their language to get your point across without all the static. So let's get into the practical toolkit.
When you're talking to a red, just get to the point. Seriously, they value efficiency and results more than anything. Don't start with how your weekend was. Start with the goal. Present your ideas with confidence, and whatever you do, do not waste their time. Get in, make your point, and get out. They'll respect you for it. To really connect with a yellow, you gotta match their energy. Be friendly, be positive, and really listen to their ideas, even the crazy ones. Frame your message around the exciting vision, not the boring, nitty-gritty details. They respond to inspiration, not a to-do list. Praise their creativity, and you'll have an ally for life.
Now with a green, the key words are safety and security. So slow down. Use a calm, gentle voice. Ask for their opinion, and then give them plenty of time to actually think about it. They need to feel valued and heard. Avoid pressure, avoid aggression, and avoid sudden changes at all costs, because that will make them shut right down. And finally, to convince a blue, you have to speak their language, logic. Show up prepared. Have your facts, your figures, your data all ready to go. Lay out your case in an organized, step-by-step way. Never, ever say, just trust me. Instead, say, here's the proof. Give them the information they need, and then give them the space to analyze it. So, after all this, what's the one big thing you should walk away with? The real power here isn't trying to be less you. It comes from building the flexibility to tweak your style for your audience. Think of this whole thing as a map, not a cage. The goal is real connection, not just putting people in boxes.
Think of it like this. Water is still water, right? Whether it's in a cup, a bottle, or a river. It just changes its shape to fit its container. That's your goal. Adapt your communication style to the person in front of you without losing who you are. Be direct with a red, be inspiring with a yellow, be patient with a green, and be logical with a blue.
And that really brings us full circle. That frustration you feel sometimes, it isn't a sign that everyone else is broken. It's actually an invitation. It's an opportunity to stop judging and start getting curious. Because once you learn to speak their language, you're going to find that those idiots are actually pretty brilliant in their own way. So the only question left is, who are you going to try to understand first?